All right, Archibald, even though that's not your name. Huh, Archer. Grab our lunge line. Make sure we're set up here. Boop. All right, Archie. So this is Archie. He's a 3.5-year-old Gypsy Vanner stud colt, huh? Whoop. We're working on refining his riding skills and also working on some ground manners, huh? Because lunging was very hard for him at the start. All right, walk on. Out you go. Out. Thank you. Out. Good boy. So when I lunge, I'm basically looking for the horse to check in with me and be in tune with what I'm asking it to do. Out. Good boy. I don't run them for a set amount of time. I don't try and wear them out. Out. I'm just looking to see that he is responsive and attentive to the things I am asking him to do. Yep, walk on. I know, there's an obstacle there. You walked right into it. Walk on. Archie, trot. That's our good boy. Out you go. Good boy. Archie, walk. Yes, good boy. Archie, whoa. Hey. Whoop. Whoa. Yes. Finally. I'm gonna have to work on that. Yes. Archie, walk. Yep. So walk trot was good, trot walk was good, but the walk to whoa needs a little help. Archie, whoa. Hey. Whoop. Yes, good boy. Yes. Whoop. Hey. I did not ask. Thank you. Stand. All right. Walk on. Yep, out you go. Archie, trot. Yep, let's go. Out. Archie, walk. Yes, what a good boy. Archie, whoa. Hey. Hey. Whoa. Yes, good boy. So, yes. When I use my whip, walk on. It's not just a go stick. Out. Come on. He should be able to move laterally off of it. He should be able to move forward, and he should be able to slow down off of it. So, when I ask him to go, I'm going to say my command, Archie, trot, point, raise the stick. Good, and if he makes an attempt, I'm going to leave it at that level. When I ask him to slow down, again, it's going to be voice first. Archie, walk. Attaboy, and if he comes off of that, that's all I need. If he doesn't, which I suspect he might not as I ask him to halt here, out. Yeah, stop running over my stuff. Get out there. Thank you. Archie, whoa. Little tug. Move the whip in front. Whoa. Little tug. Whip's gonna wave up and down in front of his face. Feet. Walk on. Yeah, that wasn't a good enough stop, dude. You can do better than that. Out. Out. So when I move my whip forward, you notice I don't bring it in front of my body. I don't even necessarily tuck it completely behind and swap hands. I, Archie, whoa, arch up and over my head. Whoa. Yes, good boy. Now that may have just been incidental as he head up. Well, yes, as he decided to stop and chew on my rail razor there, but we'll take it, huh? Archie, walk. Out. Yep. So the reason I bring my elbow up over my head is it keeps the whip behind me, and it's also a little bit of a pre-cue. I have horses that, well, ideally they come back off of the voice, but I start lifting my elbow and they slow down. Out. Out. Yeah, get your shoulders out there. Thank you. Out. Yeah, you put yourself there. Archie, whoa. Pete. Yes, good boy. If he really didn't stop, I'd eventually keep your nose forward. Yeah, patience. Yes. I would actually touch the whip to his nose if necessary. Archie, walk. All right, dude, let's see how your canter looks, huh? Archie, trot. Yep. Trot on. Archie, canter. Yep. Oh, trot. It's the wrong lead, dude. Archie, canter. Yep. Yep. Good boy. Yes, what a good boy. Archie, trot. Yes. Yep. Archie, walk. Good boy. Archie, whoa. Hey. Whoa. Hey. Yes, good boy. I know, that one was a little abrupt. Yes. Good boy. And again, I'm not going to belabor the point. Whoop. Back up. Thank you. I don't have to sit here and canter him 5 times. That was a very nice canter for him. Ha! Yes, it was. Especially considering, yes, the first few times I did it, he would try to take off in the opposite direction and try and drag me around the arena. So the fact that he stayed light on my hand and didn't try to bugger off in the opposite direction, I count that as good enough. Yep, walk on. There you go. Walk on. Now the right side, he is a little bit more recalcitrant on. Archie, whoa. Yes, but apparently he's stopping much better. Good boy. Yes. Oh, good boy. Good job. Oh, good job. All right, Archie, walk on. Out you go. Yes, that is my mounting block. And I know you like to chew on it. Walk on. Thank you. Archie, trot. Yep. Archie, walk. Yes, what a good boy. Archie, whoa. Yes. Very nice. That's like a multi-treat. Yes, good boy. Good job. Very nice. Let's see what your canter looks like on this side. And if you decide to bugger off on me or not, huh? You gonna be a good boy? I hope so, because then you don't have to work so hard. All right, Archie, walk on. Out you go. I'd kind of like a whip that's a little shorter than this one, but it's the one I've got out here, so. Archie, trot. Yep. Let's go. Yep. Trot. Little lazy. Good boy. Archie, canter. Yep. 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 Canter. Yep. Attaboy. Yes, trot. Yes, what a good boy. Out. I know, I didn't ask you to walk, but out. We're going to allow for that for the moment. Out. Archie, whoa. Yes, very nice. Yes. So that's all the lunging he really needs. If he's perfect like that, I just need to, we're checking each gate, be sure he's good, checking our basic steering control coming off that inside line, and that's it. I shouldn't have to lunge him until he's tired. I just need to lunge him until we're on the same page of communication. Oh, sorry, buddy. I forgot to tell you to stand. Can you back up? Back. Yes, thank you. Yes. Now stand. I'm walking away. And I really should have taken a video at the start because the first few times lunging him, it was not very pretty because he was very much arguing with me about where he wanted to go. Now you will also note that I had the lunge line on the inside ring on his halter, and that just keeps it from sliding around on his face as much, and it gives me a little bit more precise signal. So if I have it down here, it's going to be more likely to slide back and forth, whereas here it's just going to pull straight out. So if grand plan ideal is you lunge with a lunging cavesson, but if you don't have one and you just have a plain Jane halter, you can connect it on the inside ring. So yesterday he had an extra long ride because I rode him during 2 of my lessons with students. And if he does extra good today, we're gonna call it quits a little early to compensate. Huh? Yeah, if you're an extra good boy, you're not gonna have to work too hard. What you doing with your tongue? This bridle was made by Perry Tack. It's really nice because it has the brown band adjusts 3 different spots. There's a snap here and then 2 more there to let it out. The cheek pieces adjust at 2 points, throat latch adjusts, gullet strap adjusts, and the crown piece also adjusts. The scabrig here, I think she called it a Yakima, but anyways, the scabrig here is made by Voodoo Tack, and I just put my gullet strap on, and that kind of adds a little extra weight, ensures that it, here, I guess we can get you in a little bit better spot here. There we go. Whoop. So having the gullet strap here with the tie ring, it helps pull it down into a neutral position a little bit faster. But her design also, you see we've got this ring here, and that's also going to weight the chin strap more to ensure a little bit quicker release. Hi, dude. He's been going pretty good off of it. He has his ideas about what direction he's going, especially if I try and make him go right. Hi, dude. And if he does it, I'll kind of talk through his shenanigans. Step up. Whoop. Good boy. All right, after all that lunging, we have released some air. Our padding's warmed up and softened. Yes. Yes. So when I'm on the ground, typically I want their nose to be straight if I'm giving them a reward. When I'm in the saddle, obviously it'd be a little obnoxious for me to get up and down each time. So when I signal him for a treat, I just do a double tap on either side of his neck. All right, Archie, walk on. And you want to be sure you don't just do one side all the time, because if you do, then they're going to be uneven. Hi, little man. All right, do you need a drink? It's hot out here, buddy. They left you a little water. When I first got this place and we put up the arena, my initial idea was to not have a water bucket, because I used to work at my home turnout and my horses lived where we rode. So there were water buckets, there were salt blocks, etc. and so forth, along with manure piles and all that. But anyways, so when I started working over here, my initial thought was, oh, I won't have a water bucket because, you know, this is a workspace. They should be working. But then we live in a desert. And especially if I was doing lessons back to back, you know, it might be 2 hours before my horse has a chance to get a drink again. And in this weather, it's, you know, they're allowed 1 drink per lesson. So I decided to keep the water bucket so that they have the opportunity to get a drink if they really need it. Not to say some of them don't treat it like a water cooler and kind of try and just hang out there, but it's also good for the students to learn to deal with negotiating with their horse about what needs to be done. Now, so he's already having little thoughts about, hey, I want to go left instead. Good boy. It's just little reminders on that right rein to keep him looking, little reminders actually on the right leg to keep him bent in the direction of travel. There's a good boy. Shall we check out the poles? You're going to go over them a little bit better today. Yesterday during one of the lessons, he kept tapping it with his feet because he was busy watching the other mare. Huh. Good boy. He's technically already warmed up with the lunging, but I like to just check my steering first. There's a good boy. Be sure he's light and going where I ask him to go. Yeah, keep going. Good boy. Archie, whoa. Good boy. All right, shall we check how your butt works? Archie, over. The butt, not the shoulder. The butt. The butt. Yes, good boy. So because he looked over to the right, I'm going to signal him on the left over here. Yes, good boy. All right. We'll get off my cone here. Whoa. Good boy, little nose. Over. Over. There's a good boy. So I use this yielding the haunches as a little bit of a diagnostic. Yeah, the butt. Bless you. You got something fly up your nose? Over. This thing back here. This thing. There we go. Because when we go and do our nose to the rail leg yield, whatever he's doing here at the turn on the forehand, yep, all the way. Step it over, buddy. Need you to actually cross that butt. Yep. Yeah, there you go, good boy. Over. Yep. Yes, good boy. Good job. Yes. So what he was doing initially was just kind of wanting to step out that left shoulder. Over. Yep. You got it. Now he's stepping over the right shoulder. Yep, the butt. This thing back here. Actually cross over. You're just doing the little two-step shimmy here, buddy. There you go, good boy. Archie, over. Yes, there you go, good boy. Yes. All right, walking on. So we can yield his hips. See if we can bring his shoulders over a little bit more. Step ha. Yep. Ha. Good boy. I'm gonna step G. Good, nice. Now we're gonna see if we can move the shoulders out. Out. Yes, very nice. Good boy. Whoop. Yes. Walk on. And check you off the right leg. Out. Yep. At the girth. Out. Yes, good boy. Whoop. Yes. What a good boy. Yes. Good. So when he first came in, his teeth hadn't been done in a while. The guy that I'm working for, he just bought him, so his teeth got done a week ago Friday. And that's part of the reason we're working him bitless, is we're giving him a chance for the ulcers to heal up that were caused by the sharp points. So the other reason is I haven't made the time to measure his mouth for a bit. What people don't realize a lot of times with these little cobs is that they have very wide heads. So your standard quarter horse 5-inch Western bit is not going to fit him. So we'll get him sized up. At his height, I would expect a 5 1/4, perhaps 5 1/2. All right, dude. So we're gonna start with his difficult direction here. The left, he tends to go around rather nicely. To the right, he has a tendency to want to try and duck to the left. So we're gonna wait until we're past his favorite ducking point here, which is the corner with the water bucket. All right, Archie, can we trot? Yep. 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 You got it. Good boy. So because it felt like he was trying, I didn't increase my ask. It was just little tiny light leg and the vocal encouragement. What a good boy. And walk. What a good boy. Good job. Good job, Archie. Very nice. Go to the left. Because I'm very much about rewarding their trying and rewarding them making an effort. If he doesn't quite get to the 100% what I want, that's fine. He can, I can just ask him again and he'll realize, oh, that's not the right thing. I guess I need to try a little bit more. Huh, buddy? That's the goal. Ultimately, he should, just come off the voice or come off my seat and step right up into it. But at this stage, he's 3.5, he's a young green bean. At this stage, if he's making the effort, especially, if any horse is making the effort, I'm gonna go ahead and give them the benefit of the doubt and just ask them the same way at the same volume until they give me the full effort that I wanted. Because a try is a try, even if it's an obnoxious try, huh? Or a response is a response. So here he's thinking about the fence here. Right rein, left rein, or right leg, left rein. Good boy. Archie, trot. Yep. Good boy. So that one, he gave it to me a little faster. He's wanting to rush through here a little bit. Oh, you can sit on your butt. And we are going past the gate. Thank you. Atta boy. All right, let's see about the figure 8, huh? Right side. Good boy. Yep. Left side. Good boy. Right rein, left leg. Left leg. Right leg. Whoops. Good boy. You got 4 feet, Archie. Walk. Yes, what a good boy. Such a good boy. You don't know which side I'm going to give it to you on. Yes, until I actually tell you. Archie, walk. All right. So I had backed off, I didn't ask him to canter yesterday. And I don't think I asked him to canter on Wednesday either, because he had been such a pill about it, both on the lunge and under saddle. So he feels pretty good today. I'm gonna give it another little shot and see how it is. He's a little careening on the trot to the left. He's sitting a little bit better on the right. We're gonna give it a shot and see what he offers us. Huh, buddy? I think he's still finding his balance under the rider, and it's very hard, huh, Archie? He feels a lot less green than he did 2 weeks ago, though, so that's good. Archie, trot. Yep. Yeah, make the effort. There it is, good boy. Can we canter? Yep. Atta good boy. Yes, good boy. And trot. Yes, what a good boy. What a good boy. Good job. Walk. Whoa. Yes. What a good boy. Can we do that on the... There you go. It's in your mouth now. Can we do that once on the right and call it happy, and then we'll just cool you out cruising around the property? Huh? I'd be super happy with that. So I'm going to try and set him up for success here. I know this area here, he likes to try and dive to the left. And he's not doing it today, which is great. So he's a good boy. But I also know he has an increased desire to head towards the gate. So if I'm looking for that right lead canter and trying to make it as easy as possible, I'm going to ask him somewhere in here where he's naturally going to want to be picking up the right lead and heading towards the gate. I'm not going to ask him over by the water bucket where his brain may still be thinking on the gate and wanting to turn around instead of going where I ask him to go. So when you're dealing with younger horses and ones that are a little opinionated, you have to try extra hard to work with them, find ways to negotiate what you actually want so that they think you have good ideas. Ha! We want you to think I have good ideas. I want you to think I have the best ideas, Archie. Let him catch his breath a moment here. There's a good boy. So his canter tempo is fairly quick right now, and that's fairly typical of a young green horse that hasn't learned how to sit on his butt yet. Hi, dude. You're a good boy. Good boy. Oh, excuse me, hiccups. Yeah. See there, he was having a little gateward thought. A little bit of right rein, right leg to get him to not think about gateward. All right, Archie, can we trot? Yep. Yep. Little gateward thought. Good boy. Archie, canter. Yep. 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 Atta boy, yes. Yes, good boy. Good boy. Nope, no gateward thought. Good boy. So, even though I didn't canter as long as on the left, prior attempts, he's just tried to drag me off into wherever he wants to go. And